And here we are, back in Waterdeep at the Yawning Portal. Another week. Wow.
Yeah.
Busy here in the Yawning Portal today.
It is busy.
You know what I like about the new kind of setup is that Dernan is like suddenly become our friend.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have saw that coming. In
Right.
the beginning, when we started this, I thought for sure he'd, ask us to go out back.
Yeah.
Or perhaps...
Put us in the alley.
Or the kitchen.
Lower us down into the Yawning Portal. Why don't you guys do the show?
Yeah, you can do your show. It'll cost you a gold piece each way.
Yeah, exactly.
But here we are. Doing the show in the main room, as
That's
they say, right? Surrounded by all of the guests, and none of them come over and give us any type of slack because Darren's done a really good job of that. I guess we should buy him I don't know how you buy the owner of the bar a beer in his own bar. Whatever. Hey everyone, I'm Oliver Redboots, and that of course is Swan Maulsmith, and we are Rod and Flagon, coming to you from all throughout the realms, and I want to say hi to our friends in Red Larch and all that stuff, and you can send your birds to us if you have questions, or if you have some silly story of an adventurer dying. Can't say we get enough of those.
Oh, I love those. Don't poke the owlbear.
Keep those coming.
People have been saying, are you sure you guys are not punching down? Feels a little punching down.
Well, no, we absolutely are punching down.
I don't care. Yeah, I still love them.
Why is it? Hang on. So we shouldn't punch down in most respects.
Yeah.
But if a silly goose dies being a silly goose,
yes.
I mean, come on, man. We have to talk about it. It's not punching down. That's a lesson.
Right.
Right. We're providing a service.
I absolutely agree.
And in that service, if it's funny, it's better for everyone, right?
Absolutely.
It's not our fault.
Right.
So yeah, send your birds to Rod and Flagon, or to me at Oliver Redboots, or to Swanee at S. Maulsmith, S. Maulsmith, and we'll read your questions on the air, and we'll talk about them, or you will tell the story of how your dumb druid died when he transformed into a creature that couldn't swim, or something like that, right? Yeah. So you got something for me this week? You got something special going on?
I'm a little excited. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
So I came in hot. We came in, just jumped into the show because I was running a bit late. I wanted to. I'm sorry if this bores people at home, but I spent a lot of time thinking about the audio quality.
Are you giving us a peek behind the curtain?
A little bit. There's a little bit of a peek behind the curtain. So last
nuts
week,
and bolts.
Right. Last week there was a half giant and a full orc lowered down into the Yawning Portal. Lowered down in the well.
Right. That was the group that took no spellcasters. At least no obvious spellcasters. I'm not saying that one of them was a paladin or something, but it was very clear that that was the brute force squad.
Right. And so anyway, I have one of the acolytes at the forge listens, just so we can.
Oh, hello, young acolyte.
Hey.
Get back to your studies.
Yes, Rob. Get back to the studies. But he was telling me that you couldn't really hear the crowd. And the crowd was ballistic. The crowd was super duper loud.
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised they weren't able to hear the crowd.
Right. I've been tweaking the because we broadcast on the Yawning Portal. It's a busy Friday night here. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to tweak the settings on the Rod of Broadcasting so that people can hear us more clearly. But I may have tuned out some of the background noise.
Right. I mean, it's a function of your expertise in Gon's wondercrafts.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm not an audio engineer, right? But we can try and cut down.
I guess we should tell everyone just a quick reminder that in the Yawning Portal there is literally a portal.
That's right.
It's not it's like a well, right? But it is an entrance to the mega dungeon underneath Waterdeep, and you can go to Undermountain. Dernan charges a gold piece down and a gold piece up, right? So if we say someone's going down the well, they're going to explore the massive dungeon underneath Waterdeep. So that's what Swanee's referring to.
That's right.
Just so if anybody does not know.
But I'm interested in it from a technical, how to make sure people can hear a good mix of. I mean, I want them to hear us, but not so much that they lose the background of something's going on.
All right, yeah. Right? So that's important.
I've got this little way to manipulate, so I can turn off, so you should be able to hear the more of the background noise, right?
Okay.
So anyway,
clearly I don't really recognize the difference at this point. Yeah.
Right. But the people can hear a difference.
Oh, so the people through the rod can hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Right. So hot Rod of Broadcasting talk for everybody. I'm sure that was super happy.
Look, man, you just told me we just agreed to make it and then talk into it. Outside of that, this pretty much ends my expertise.
Right. So sorry everybody if that wasn't clear what was going on. We're trying to work through that. I will say that the second thing about our show that has always sort of made me wonder is this idea that we made this Rod of Broadcasting and we sent these stones we actually walked a number of these stones of far speech to different taverns, different places in Faerun.
Well, we say walk liberally. Most of the ones we visited were through magical means. Let's just be honest.
Okay, fair. But and we've joked about this, but I think it's true that we'd start the show and then there's just two voices coming out of these stones.
Yeah, no, there really is no like prelude, right?
Right.
It's just like, oh, it's time for us now, and like everybody's like, shut up, it started already. Oh, what did we miss?
And that's always kind of bothered me. Like we talked about it early on. Like I feel like we needed some kind of herald.
Right. Is this that we were going to elicit the services of a bard, if I remember correctly?
Right. But when we had a bard in, and they played that terrible violin.
I couldn't believe how bad that was.
Right. We kind of put that off because I didn't have the patience for that.
Was it even? I thought that was like a harpsichord. What wasn't that?
We've had a couple of disasters. To be honest,
all of them has been awful. One dude brought in a xylophone,
right,
and he was like tinging on. Anyway, all right. Sorry. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about this after last week's show, and I'm walking home, and I'm thinking, and I start to hear some music as I'm walking home. So I sort of
you know how I feel by and large about bards, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there again. They're not trying to it. They're trying to play it crappy music.
Right.
All right.
But the music's nice, right? So I follow the music, and I come across this blue-skinned tiefling woman, who is busking.
All right.
Right, and she's got this tiny little lute, and she's busking. She's got the hat out, and she's got a decent little crowd.
Can I just for everyone else, because clearly I know what that means, but busking is
playing for music, like putting your hat out, playing a little ditty, people tip you.
Right, of course. It's street performers.
Street performers, right. But there was something there, right? She had a really good voice. She had a really good song. She was getting people to stop.
You paid her to make our song, didn't you?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it's fine. It's fine that you just left me out of the creative process. I get it.
Look, there was several minutes of me trying to convince this nice young tiefling woman to sing into this rod, and
you can see how that could be.
I wasn't a perv, right?
You can see how that would be a little weird, right?
A little weird,
yeah,
right. But clearly she had never heard of the
show. Especially when he calls
it
a rod,
right? Anyway,
because it does sound like a euphemism, something you pay for.
It really does sound like a euphemism.
Sing into my rod.
Yeah, sorry. So she agrees, and she's like, yeah, whatever, this idiot's coin spends. What do you want me to do? So I explained what I wanted, and she was like, really? And I said, yeah, I think that's sort of, well, whatever. I mean, you're the musician. I'm trying to get people's attention to just...
So is this something we're going to preview tonight?
Yeah, I have it. I recorded it on the rod. I thought I would play it for you.
For a second I thought she was coming in. All right.
No, she's not. She was on her way to... she wasn't from around here. She was like from the northern cities. She had a very slightly distinct accent.
All right.
But I was like, whatever. And
so, but you have a recording in the rod.
I do.
That you're going to preview for everyone tonight.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be like what heralds are about to speak into the rod again?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't have to use it, but I thought...
All right, let's check it out. I'd love to hear it.
All right, here we go.
If it sucks, I'm going to shit all over it. You know that, right?
Well, I hope you don't. But yeah, I fully expect you to if it
all
sucks.
Right, okay,
yeah, I know you. Yes.
I do have a certain... All right, never mind. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right.
Be quiet, stop talking. It's time to listen to Rod and Flagon, so you don't die.
It's the you don't die part.
It's the you don't die part.
I mean, this is accurate.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean... Yes, you should definitely be quiet and start to listen.
Yeah.
But like the most important thing is we could actually give you some life-saving advice or tip.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Well, you know what I'm also impressed is like I hate lutes, and this is a known fact, but like that was a great singing voice.
Tiny little lute, good singing voice.
Right,
she was like, "You want me to tell everybody to shut up and listen so they don't die?" And I was like, "That's exactly what I want. Shut up, stop talking. It's time to listen so you don't die."
That might be the only bard song I've ever approved of in my in my years.
Yeah.
Shut up, listen to this, and you might not die.
Exactly.
And those are the lyrics that I would expect you to write.
Exactly. That is 100% on point for this guy.
There's no there's no rhyming.
No. It's not flowery. The flowery comes from the music and the voice. It's Swan talking to you, really. Shut up. Stop talking.
Listen, if you don't shut up, you're going to die.
Right.
You might learn how not to set yourselves on fire.
Yes.
All right. So that's going to be...
I thought that might be...
there's absolutely nothing better than just, hey, shut the f*** up, pay attention, stupid, and live another day. All right.
Yeah.
we can't get her on the show because I think that would be amazing.
Well, I think she's going to be passing through town again. She was on her way to one of the northern cities, but I guess this is part of a musician's loop that she does. So
wait, this is a musician's loop?
Apparently, I don't know.
Now I'm definitely more.
I don't really, I don't migration patterns of tieflings. I don't really have that down, to be honest with you.
I was like, especially the migration patterns of tiefling like artists, like that's got to be all over the place.
Right.
Every bodega and coffee shop. Oh my God.
Every open mic there is from here to Faerun. Yeah.
So that's our intro.
I think we like it. It's our intro.
I mean, the don't die thing is what really sold it to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I was not tapping my foot until I heard that, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's it. So everyone, you will now hear that before you hear us yammering on into a rod, and that will be your clue to pay attention, and maybe you won't die.
Right.
Maybe we'll talk about dragon's breath, and you will actually remember that blue is for lightning.
That's right.
Right. I mean, that's an important tip right there. Wow.
I can tell you're a little stunned.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of hard not to be. Like, we got really hammered last week, and then we went away, and I didn't really see you all week.
No.
And then
I've had this song, and I've been singing it to myself during the week, which is a little weird.
So, I mean, like, in all the years that we adventured together, right?
Yeah.
Like, I never once wanted a bard to play a song for me.
No.
So, if nothing else, this is an important first in my life, right? This has been maybe like a little growth, too, right?
Well,
next thing you know, I'm going to be, like, making friends with an illusionist and, like, telling a necromancer I think he's doing a great job.
I mean, slow your roll a little bit.
Don't get ahead of myself. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
The other thing, I think this woman was a street musician, but I don't know that means she's necessarily a bard.
Do you think she just might be an actual musician?
Yeah, just an actual musician. I don't know if she went into any of the schools of bard or, like, trained as she just, I don't know.
Maybe just like to play the lute.
Just like to play the tiny lute.
That's how she chose to make her living.
Right.
I get it. All right. Maybe
so you're maintaining your streak with respect to bards.
I was quick to judge there, right? It's just when you don't like something,
Oh, yeah.
I don't like mustard, right?
Right.
I don't want mustard on anything.
Right.
Right. So, and if
I guess what I'm saying is you're not going to start to do shots full of mustard.
Gross. All right. So, wow. All right. That was a lot to take in, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not used to you running off to make odd decisions for us. I guess I'm used to, like, making the bad decisions, but I guess this wasn't a bad decision. But however, it could have turned out to be.
I mean, I guess my feeling was, spur of the moment, she was leaving town.
Also,
I thought I would bring it and be like, you could hate it, and then we'll just never hear from it again.
All right.
But if we like it, we'll keep it.
I think we should keep it.
Okay.
I think we should keep it just because of the last part. It's amazing. All right. Enough about the song, and that will be our preview to us about to start, broadcasting into wherever the hell we're at.
That's right. That'll be the cue from now on to stop talking, start to listen to Rod and Flagon.
All right. You want to go into one of our new segments?
I do.
What do you want to do? You want to do the Don't Poke the Owlbear or the Monster of the Week? What are we calling that one?
I do kind of like Monster of the Week.
I mean, we can call it Monster of the Week, or Don't Poke the Owlbear is where we talk about a dumb adventure dying. Right? That we can do that first, or we can do Monster of the Week.
I mean, I have a Monster of the Week.
I actually brought one in too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I thought because I know next week we're going to have our friend Tigrum coming on.
That's right.
And I thought of a monster that is particularly scary to our dwarf friends. Like, dwarfs hate this thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you're with me already,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I mean, working in a forge, I imagine you're not too fond of it either. Right?
Yeah, we actually have some wards around the forge for this specifically.
Really?
We do.
Like, only keep out that thing?
Yes.
Oh, cool. All right. So what do you want to start with then? You want to start with yours, or you want to start with...
No, start with yours. I mean, we're halfway there.
So dwarves hate rust monsters.
Rust monsters.
And if you ever run into a rust monster, young adventurer, you definitely don't want to hit it with a non-magical metal item.
You really don't want to have any metal to do.
No. If you have a club, that is your go-to weapon for this thing.
Yes.
Beat it to death with a stick is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No.
Because if you hit it with anything metal, it's going to immediately start to deteriorate.
That's right. Rust monster looks like a giant orange cockroach.
Yeah, just like scale it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Big orange cockroach. And as soon as you get near it, like anything that you're wearing that's metal that isn't magical just crumbles. Right? It's one of those monsters where you have to take quick stock of what you have, and then if you want your stuff, weirdly the first thing you should do is take it all off. Like, you just got to strip down real fast.
Or, like, if you have some caltrops or, like, some type of spikes,
yeah,
like, throw those in a different direction and make, like, a lot of noise with some metal.
Oh, yeah.
And then the rust monster will run towards that.
Right. They're not very bright.
Yeah, no, they're actually quite stupid.
This is one of those monsters you can sort of send off another way.
It's an oversized insect.
Yes.
Right? It's basically just an insect that likes to eat metal.
Right.
Now, how the hell did that develop? It had to be some weird wizard, right?
I
was trying
imagine, yeah, some mines.
He was trying to clean up his cluttered
Oh, that's
tower.
a good call. Yeah.
Right. He's like,
There's
shit.
metal shavings and metal pieces everywhere.
I've been making magic items for all these years. Now I got
Metal
this
is
metal
heavy.
shit
I don't
everywhere.
know if you know that. We
What
just
if I
need-
make this cockroach 14 times its size and make it love metal?
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Nothing could possibly
Nothing could
ever.
go
Yeah, and then boom, they're all on the underground, making dwarves' lives crazy.
Right.
And if you want to make a dwarf's life crazy, like take a rust monster somewhere.
Yeah.
Wear only normal clothes and rope and
Yeah.
and hempen and all that good stuff, and take a rust monster for
Yeah.
a stroll into a dwarven stronghold.
Rust Monster is one of those things where they are a gigantic pain in the neck, particularly if you are sort of new to the adventuring game. It's also something where we've talked about turning these things into offensive weapons in the past. Like, Rust Monster on a stick
You're right.
would be a wonderful offensive weapon.
I do want to say that I need to segue into something hard from that, because I remember we had a friend, but they are deceptively fast,
Yes.
too. Do not underestimate how quick these stupid bugs are.
Yes.
And do you remember our friend Kel had a sword that was imbued with the power of a rust monster? It could
Did he?
It would, yeah, oh yeah, I remember this very particular.
He had a couple of cool swords.
Because he would hit armor and it would start to rust immediately, and
Oh,
its
yeah.
like effectiveness would wear off.
Right.
So, and if you do that to like a knight or a paladin, and then you follow that up with a barbarian friend,
Right.
woo, it's a bad day.
Yeah.
It's a bad day.
Gonna rub this little Rust Monster on your chest plate. Thud's gonna run up and
Right.
punch right through your armor.
And
At
you
least the
got
front
nothing.
of your armor. He might hit the backside of your armor.
Because you always hit through the guy,
Yeah.
right? All right. What do you got? What'd you bring in today?
So I was thinking about a monster that we encountered early on.
All right.
They're a little bit, I think, more common in swampy areas and more likely to lure your sort of less savvy companions. Like, this was a problem for Thud.
Oh, all right. I think
Right.
I think I'm tracking with what you're putting out. All right. The feathers are involved.
Yes, feathers
All
are
right.
involved.
Creepy used to be an elf type thing, right?
Exactly.
All right. We'll give the young adventurers a moment to see if they got it.
Yes, playing Rod and Flagon Jeopardy, I guess.
Right. And it would be, the old Harpy.
The Harpies.
Right?
Yeah.
Which was basically, if I remember correctly, it was like an elf that wandered too far into the woods and then was like turned evil.
Which is weird for an elf to wander too far into the woods.
I didn't think
But
that
yeah.
was possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, right, right. But like the song is very enchanting.
Yes, it
right?
is.
See, we go back to the enchanters being the most dangerous school of magic.
yeah,
right
yeah.
there. You just go running into the woods to serve a harpy.
Right.
Which is terrifying. They can fly,
Yes.
right, which is a problem in and of itself.
Yes.
I don't remember. Take me on a journey. Tell me all about harpies.
So Harpies, siren song, right? You can generally hear them. One of your party members might start to be sort of unnaturally fascinated, start to go figure out what's the source of this thing. They are, from a distance, occasionally attractive female elf type people, generally lacking clothing,
Weren't they like?
siren-esque.
Yeah, and not only that, like I remember them living in pretty terrible spots if you didn't have like flight, right? Like
Yes.
cliffs and shit.
Yes. The
And-
other thing I remember about Harpies, I don't know that people know this, like if you haven't succumbed to the siren song of the Harpy, they smell really funky.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember the claws being exceptionally
Claws.
sharp.
Yes. And unlike elves, like usually good with arrows or bows or swords, these things just carry around clubs, like a good old-fashioned shillelagh.
Good old-fashioned stick.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you have
How's it going, big boy? You don't fool
super
me. Whack, 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 whack.
I guess if you have super sharp claws, you really don't need much after that.
No, you
No,
don't.
you wings and claws, and that's end of list.
Yes. Wings, claws, and a big stick.
All right, so that's our monster. Well, monsters. I guess I guess we should pick one each week. Like you do one and I do one.
Yeah.
That's probably I love that we're also this bit is evolving as we progress through it.
I think part of the bit is also supposed to be like we're supposed to tell adventurers how to tackle these particular monsters.
Oh yeah, ground the harpy. I mean
Right,
they're not very durable.
No,
right?
they're not.
And then just hit the rust monster with something not made of metal. This isn't really. That's not just science. That's
Yeah.
just the answer is
Arrows
literally
work very good on both.
literally in the name.
Yeah.
And plug your ears with like some type of wax if you're not interested in the song, right? If you have any doubts.
Yeah.
And then just have a walk, man. Go
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah.
And I guess you're more you're more likely to encounter these in those places, like places where it's difficult for a non-flying creature to get to,
Yes.
for a harpy.
Yep.
And strictly subterranean for the rust monster, if memory serves me correct. I don't
Usually.
remember seeing them on the
No,
surface.
they don't make their way up to the surface that much. You'll find them in a cave.
Or
And a mine, an old mine,
or a
clearly, 'cause
forge,
they
right?
have
Like where there's
forge.
plentiful metal.
Right.
All right, that's a good one. I think that's a good. The song got me. The rust monster, the Harpy, and I am fresh out of booze.
Yeah, let's get a
feel
drink.
I feel like we should go get some drinks and then come back and continue our tales of whatever.
All right, I've got a don't poke the owlbear. I got a question from a adventurer. So yeah, we'll come back.
All right, let's go get a drink.
All right, be back in a minute, everybody.
All right, and we're back. And look, I have a request.
Yeah.
I want to play the song again, just
All
one
right.
more time. All right.
Okay. Hey, I mean, you just did the thing on the.
Yep. I know. I got it.
Okay, here we go.
Be quiet, stop talking. It's time to listen to Rodin Flagon, so you don't die.
It's kind of catchy.
Yeah, it really is.
It really, I have to admit, I hope she was just a musician. Because, like, if she's just a musician, right, I'll love her to death.
Yeah.
I will pay her to come hang out, right? Can we sponsor musicians?
Yes.
Like, we have young adventurers doing jobs for us now.
Exactly. We have that money coming in from quests we give. We can direct it however we want. We can have our own little, like, music scholarship program.
I love it. I love where this is
Non-bardic
going.
musician scholarships.
Right. If you have to play an instrument to do that, to do your magic, you're
Yeah,
out.
you're
You're
out.
immediately just left out.
Right.
But if you're just doing music to do it because it's cool, then
We're
you're
in.
in.
We're
You're
in.
So come see us. So yes. So young musicians,
Yes.
come swing by the Yawning Portal. Bring in a reasonable instrument, not fucking harper.
Yeah, you have to be able to carry it in the door
Yeah.
of the Yawning Portal by yourself.
What is that? Is the bare minimum
Right.
of standards.
Not wheel it in?
No.
Not have somebody else carry it in? Not have somebody else, like, pivot around the door?
Like, we have known bards that had to pay, like, a larger creature to carry their instruments around
Right.
for them.
Yes.
We don't want to ever see shit like that again.
No.
So come on in.
If you have to strap some kind of xylophone to the back of an ogre and just follow the ogre, no. You know who you are.
You know who you are. All right. So yeah. So all right. Moving on.
Yes.
Hard segue. So I do want to say nice things about House M. Cathra. I had to go buy some lockpicks this week. And they gave me a great deal.
I already have many questions. Go on.
And I was able to strike a deal for the you remember the grapes we got from the
Yeah,
satyrs?
yeah.
And they're master distillers and brewers, and like I was able to. So they're gonna make a few bottles of non-hangover wine for us because I haven't been able to pull it off, and because that's what they do.
Okay, so first of all, let's start with the end. Let's start at the end.
What?
You gave the grapes to the master distillers.
Right. Well, master vintners, if we're being honest.
I was
right?
I got excited because the only thing better than maybe no hangover wine was going to be like no hangover whiskey.
To be fair, the distillers were there too, so I mean, like, if we can get some no hangover whiskey, that'd be pretty rad too. Right? Yeah, like that's a whole other party. Yeah, but I had to buy some lockpicks and went there and get it, and just thank you, House M. Cathar. I really appreciate all of your help
Yeah, shout out to House M. So what did you need the lockpicks for?
to pick locks.
Thanks.
I mean, like, I don't know
I
what
was
you
struggling
use them
with that
for,
one.
but like, I use them to like open things that don't, that shouldn't be opened.
Okay.
I'm branching
You're gonna-
out.
you know what? You got me on the line. You've hooked me. I'm going to follow this. What doors were you trying to open?
I'm branching out. That's
Okay.
all it is. I'm trying to learn new skills. That's it.
Oh.
That's really it. And I want to open something.
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, that's right. I just look. A man has to be able to grow in life, right? And
yeah.
like I'm past a lot of other things. Now I need to learn some new shit, and I have chosen picking locks as my learning new shit. And
Okay.
also, I need to get into a box that's locked.
Okay.
And I've tried knock, didn't work.
You tried knock and it didn't work?
Yeah, right. That's rare.
Yeah.
So I might have to upcast it and cast it a few times,
Yeah.
but it's really well protected.
So actually, this
So so you know how I have a lot of things that we found on the road,
Yeah.
right? And I've been going, and I found that bag of holding that had all that.
Yep.
This was in that bag of holding, and I have no idea what's in this chest.
You found a chest inside the box of holding that's magically sealed, and you can't.
And it, like, when I say magically sealed, I mean, like, there are several layers to this stupid thing that I just can't get past.
Wow.
And there's like some mundane ways that, apparently, that you have to. It's good. It's well hid. It's like
Do you have any do you remember where we found that one?
no idea.
Okay.
I don't.
Does it look dwarven? Does it look?
It's definitely elvish.
Oh, okay.
Definitely elvish.
All right.
But like, I imagine we found it when we were rather new, because it's been in there forever.
Oh, wow.
Right,
It's
and
one
like
of those.
if we couldn't open it at the time, we're like, just put it in the bag. We'll figure it out later, and then later never came.
30 years later, we still getting around to opening the treasure boxes.
Oh man, you would not believe. Like I found that old map to that noble's house that we were supposed to return those goats to, and yeah, right. Let's
haven't
not
thought
talk
about that
that
in 29
No,
years.
right? Yeah, and then I found a burnt piece of parchment with our names on it when we were wanted for a little while. That old misunderstanding with that kobold paladin.
That one I want to frame.
Yeah, you want to frame
I
that
think we
one?
should frame that one.
Well, I guess it is a good tip for young adventurers. Like, not everything that you consider bad will be in fact bad, right?
Right.
We didn't really meet. We were hired to kill a group of kobolds who were just protecting themselves from these very aggressive villagers, right? Turns out the kobolds were led by a paladin of some type.
Right.
Do you remember his god? Because it was one that we didn't normally associate with kobolds. It might have been like Tyr.
No, it wasn't
or
Tyr.
It was a goodly god, right? It was like a good
Was it
god.
like Timora?
No, I don't remember if it was a Lady of Luck. Nonetheless, no, you know what, dude? I think it was Timor. I think you might have nailed that.
Yeah, Timora is a
Because she's not just Lady Luck. Like, she's also, like, downtrodden, bringing people up
Yes.
from the... So that paladin was a paladin of that goodly god.
Right.
And we went to slay him. And it is just really, really, like, lucky that I speak Draconic. And I was like, and he was like... And we heard him say something. And I was like, hold on, fellas, right?
hold up.
And then we had a conversation, and we're like, oh, this is a huge misunderstanding. And then we had to go back and...
Then they essentially put out a hit on us.
Well, it didn't help that we had to burn that house down. But that farmer had it coming. Turns out he was torturing those poor kobolds.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
I don't have any regrets about.
I don't have any regrets about starting the fire. I do wish we would have handled the wanted notice a little better.
Yeah,
But
because it did follow us for a while.
Well, I mean, we burned a farmer's house down with no context to the village.
Yeah.
I've
And we
never
hired some guys,
was
and
really
they went
mad.
off, and they came back, and they burned down a house.
And there was a couple of things that just had to get done.
Right.
All right. So I guess our whole point in telling that story is like, don't be so quick to rush in and judge everything.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm gonna get that damn chest open. So
Okay.
help me. I may need your help with it, but
All right.
not right now. Because I don't
Is
want
it
to
wooden
open.
or is it metal or is it?
It's wood and metal, and I don't want to open it in the forge. And it like turns out it's like trapped, and like there's like a devil in there, and it's a whole thing,
Sure.
right? I'm trying to prevent things from now on. I don't want just blowing up in my house anymore.
Waterdeep
Like I
doesn't
finally
have,
got
like,
a couch that I like for fuck's sakes, and I would prefer if it not catch on fire.
That would be helpful. Waterdeep, you know what Waterdeep needs is like a designated anti-magic shell zone.
Do you like so I can go in and do dumb shit like this?
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
That actually checks out. Because I mean, like every time, dude. Like, how many apartments have I had where I just blew shit up by accident? Like, and it wasn't
All
even
of
I was
them.
doing something. You're right. Fuck you, man. All of them.
All of them.
Well, the new spot in Troll Skull that I own now is not blown up yet. I mean, that's partly Morgan's doing because every time something goes bad,
Is she warding it?
no, but she's really quick at that create water, man.
Oh yeah, Morgan of the Mists,
Now it's like
Morgan of the Fire Extinguisher.
a lot of steam,
Yeah.
but not a lot of fire.
All right,
Okay, so what are we doing? Well, we want to do letters, questions, or don't
let's
poke
do
the
some
altar?
letters. It's been a little while since we've got because last couple of weeks we've only done one letter a show.
Yeah, and our pile grows ever
It really
ever
does.
higher. All right, well, what do you got? Let's get into it. Then.
So as a reminder, you can send your letters. Please do continue to send your letters to Rod and Flagon. You can send them to Oliver at Oliver Redboots. You can send your letters to me at S. Maulsmith.
I feel like we also need a jingle for this one. You think if we find her again, we should ask her if she can do a jingle for this one too.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
just a segue into
We'll have to figure out what the lyrics will be.
yeah.
Be quiet, stop talking, there are letters.
Why is it not just letters? It's questions, right? Like, hey, get ready to learn something stupid or something.
Yeah, okay.
Like
I see where you're going with this.
all right, so what do you got?
All right, first letter is, what's one of the spells that I hate?
Oh, I know there's a few.
Yeah.
But one that particularly stands out is that stupid trap finding
That's
spell.
right.
That find trap spell.
Yes. So,
God, is there a more useless spell?
well, so the letter pertains to that, right?
Okay.
Dear Ron and Flagon, love the show. We're an adventuring party, and we have a cleric who casts find traps,
Fucking why?
and he's telling us that he can't tell us specifically where the traps are, only that there are traps.
Well, how fucking helpful is that? Yes, there are traps. That's like going into a dungeon. Yes, there are
Yeah,
monsters.
first of all, let me
listen to
confirm.
Hang on. No, I need to get this out.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down.
Find traps is the 10-foot pole of spells. It is fucking like a thing that everybody thinks they need, but it's completely useless. I hate it more than I hate bards, which is saying something.
So I just want to confirm he's right? Find traps will just tell you there are traps in the area. It doesn't tell
Yes.
you like, oh, hey, the door's trapped. It's
If
just
I
like
remember
you're near
correctly,
a trap.
There's like a range
Yeah.
too, right? It's like a few hundred feet or whatever, or like
Right.
100 feet or whatever.
If
Like-
you go into a dungeon, just assume there's traps.
For fuck's sakes, man. That's why you take a rogue.
Yes.
Or 2 if you need to lose one.
Right. So do yourself, young clerics and druids and rangers, I think. Don't prepare that spell. Don't pray for that spell. Just assume there are traps. There are always traps.
If I remember correctly, it'll also tell you if it's, like, warded or alarmed in some sense.
There are alarms, which...
But, like, it won't tell you where or how the alarm triggers either.
Hey, you're near an alarm spell.
How helpful is that?
No.
It's like, I cast Find Ogre within 4 miles. Yes, there's an ogre. Any direction?
Any direction?
There, big guy?
No.
Any, like, it's like a distance marker, maybe? Head?
Nope.
Right?
Nothing.
No, all right. Just around you somewhere, there's something that will murder you.
Hey,
Oh,
somewhere
it's
near
not helpful.
there's a pit trap.
Cool.
Cool. I
Does
guess
it even
that-
tell you if it's a pit trap? I don't think it does that either. It just tells you that there's a trap.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't very good at it. But it's not like, oh, hey, look, it makes the outline of the trap door glow. No, none of that cool stuff.
What a shitty spell.
It's a terrible spell.
All right. So, young adventurers, that spell.
Yeah.
Don't learn that shit. Learn literally anything else.
Anything else? Yeah, find something.
All right.
Just save this. Yeah. Don't bother to prepare it.
That's a rather. I mean, that's not a 0 level spell. Right? You know, it takes a little time to learn.
No,
that.
you can't even cast
you
that.
You gotta be on
I
the
think it's
road for a little while, right?
Second tier.
So much better shit that you can learn.
I know. All right. Here's a question that flummoxed me.
Wow, that's rare.
Right? Because I was like, is this a prank question?
It probably is. Somebody's f***ing with you. You know, I have a nose for that. Let me see. Let me get into it.
What is your favorite flavor of healing potion?
Oh, no, that's a serious question. It depends on who makes it. Like, they all taste a little different. I prefer the ones that taste like sassafras. But, like, those are rare and hard to get, right? Those are delicious. And you remember that what is it? Uncle Willie's always tastes of blueberries, right? There's a faint hint of blueberry, right?
I can only taste the magic.
Really?
Yeah.
But you can taste wine.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't taste any difference in healing potions?
Nah, just tingly.
Dude, are you broken?
Could be.
Are you... Dude... Okay, so Uncle Willie's has a hint of blueberry, right? That guy from up north, I swear to you it was pine cone flavored. And, like, which sounds like it would be disgusting, but it's quite delicious.
Okay. It's like hints of turpentine.
No, don't drink turpentine. What the hell's wrong with you? That's just fucking stupid. But, like, the ones that I like are the ones that sassafras taste, right? Like, though you get those usually from the south. Okay. And I have been known to outsource young adventurers, well, not young adventurers, young merchants to go down south and bring me back a few cases of sassafras-hinted healing potions.
Okay.
I'm just surprised that you can't tell the difference.
I really can't.
So, like, when we were on the road all those years,
yeah,
every single one of those healing potions tastes exactly the same to you.
Pretty much.
Despite where we bought them from.
That's correct.
And you can't taste the quality behind it either, right?
No, just how much it tingles.
So if it tingled a lot, that meant it was of greater quality.
Yeah.
But no distinction of flavor.
None.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you didn't taste that one that tastes like oranges? We had a bag of those, of like 12 of them that taste like oranges for a while. Nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
I always wondered if that meant I was more likely or less likely to get addicted because I couldn't taste the difference.
Maybe. You remember that asshole that used to rim his healing potions with a lime?
Yeah, right?
I
do.
And there's another guy that used to dip it in salt. What a dickhead, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much time he would do that while we were fighting something?
Right.
Do you know how much time that takes?
I need my special glass. I gotta lick the glass. Then I gotta rub the glass. Then I gotta drink the lime. Then I put my healing potion in. And then he always had these stupid little umbrellas.
No, or the plastic sword.
Right.
You remember that?
He was not a
bright lad.
Not a bright lad.
I don't think he made it out of the second dungeon we went into.
No.
But okay, there's another
wore
tip.
Those weird flowery shirts.
Young adventurer, just drink the stupid thing.
Yeah.
Just hammer it home, throw the bottle away, and f*** off.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, people think they come in like large beaker things. It's just like a tiny little like tube of liquid.
Yeah.
Just slam it home.
Slam it home.
Can we go back to you not being addicted to healing potions? So you never ever once wanted to just have a healing potion to hang out? Never, not one time, have felt like the pull of that sweet, delicious nectar?
Not really, no.
Wow.
You?
Oh, of course, yeah, man. I could see how people could easily just be like, healing potions are the shit. I get it.
I mean, I was more healing. I was like that for healing word, not for healing potions.
Right. I mean, I think you just liked it when people said nice things to you that made you feel better.
Well, that's.
I feel like if it wasn't
I am a
healing,
sucker for a compliment.
I feel like if it wasn't, it doesn't even need any magical. Like, hey, Swan, you're doing great in the battle, and you'd be like, oh,
yeah,
thanks,
you're really
buddy.
killing it out there, big guy. Have you lost weight? I feel better about myself.
Right. Yeah, this was a confidence booster.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? That was a pretty good one, though.
There is another question.
Wait, hang on. So we've had like potions of like giant strength,
Yes.
right? The one with the toenail in it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You couldn't taste the ickiness that was
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying specifically for healing potions. They all tasted the same to me.
Well, like all of those heroism potions always tasted like a little bit of iron, right?
Yeah.
Like there was a little like, what is it? Not iron. What is it like?
Like copper?
Copper, yeah, copper. Like you had a half pence in your mouth, right?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
what it tasted like. So you did taste the distinctiveness of
Yeah,
other
no, I
potions.
can taste the differences in different potions, right? It's just all the healing potions, like you say, like this one tasted like blueberry, that one tasted like orange.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So what about good berries? You could taste the difference in those, though, right?
Oh yeah, we had those terrible good berries on the road.
Yeah, that dude who's from my niece's fucking head. Okay, young adventurers. If you're going to have good berries, make sure they don't taste like olives. What the ever loving is that about? I
Yeah.
wonder why.
No.
Why? There's just make them taste like a blackberry.
Right.
Or a blueberry, or some like that. Why are you going with date, you fucking weirdos?
Yeah.
Dates are disgusting, unless you stuff them with like a spicy sausage. Anyway, all right, that's enough of that. Enough about potions, and I'm weirded out that you can't taste it, though. I'm
Okay.
not going to lie to you. I'm going to bring in a series. We're going to have a sampling next.
Oh,
I'm
we're gonna have a flight of healing
of
potions?
healing potions, yes.
All right. I like where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have like a dozen graders just sitting around.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm never going to do with them.
You know me. Like one healing potion, I get super flushed.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, like, you've never used them, really, because you
Right.
could just heal yourself if
Yeah.
you needed to. Right.
But so the another question. Where's my page of questions? There we go. Dear Boots and Swan, we recently did a quest for a potion maker,
Apropos of nothing. I'm
apropos
sure.
of nothing, and he offered us any potion in the store that we wanted.
Oh, man.
So what would you choose?
Oh, damn.
Now this is a question.
This is hard. Well, I mean, I guess flavor's not coming into play if you can't taste them.
Well, and not for me. I mean, maybe for you.
Flying would be.
Would
be the obvious
flying
one,
get
right?
you out a lot of
Because,
trouble.
I mean, like, especially if you don't have a sorcerer or a wizard or some,
Yeah.
magic user that can't cast flying. That would be like if you had to corner me right now.
Yeah.
I would say fly.
Fly's good. Invisibility.
Invisibility would also be
also
good.
good.
Speed is another good
Oh,
one.
speed's a good
but
one.
like, I don't really need that one because of the boots. But like, you would use that. Also, when Thud drinks a potion of speed, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Right? Because it makes him even faster, which is just ridiculous.
Giant strength.
Yeah, but you gotta get past the toenail.
Gotta get past the toenail. I don't know why it's always a toenail.
I guess that's just how you make it. You have to find the toenail of whatever giant whose strength you're imbuing into the brew.
Okay.
Which is also disgust. Like, what if the toenail has that fungus that grows on his feet?
I don't know.
You're literally drinking
Is there?
that, and like, I mean, I get it makes you strong. So maybe like also increases like your constitution, so like you don't get sick from the fungus.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's how
I've
it
got
works.
a lot of questions about that potion.
You know, dude, I really should have gotten into making magic items. I just never had the patience for it. Like, when your magic just comes innately, like, why would I decide to, like, start learning other shit?
Well, that's how I feel about healing.
Oh, yeah, because you can do that shit
Yeah.
with, like, ease.
Hey, Gon, hook me up.
Boof.
I feel better.
You're hooked up.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost so nonchalantly when you said bring me back from the brink of death.
Hey, I need him back. Oh, there we go.
All right, there I am. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I have so many scars that I thought were going to be way worse. That is just like a mildly discolored.
Yeah, they're
Like,
cool.
you remember that with that Oni hit me with its club and I couldn't, like, half of my chest was missing?
I do.
Yeah, it itches every now and then. That's my only complaint.
Happens.
Little
Yeah.
little sore in the winter. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it. All right. So you think that's enough for this week? Have we rambled on enough?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to go. I want to listen to our jingle a few more times.
Well,
Like, we'll see if we can get the entire the tavern to sing along with it. I think, like, if ever there was a night for a sing along, I think tonight's
you
that
think
night.
it's it?
Oh yeah, why not? Some of these, like these young adventurers over there that are staring at us, I feel like we have an adoring fan now. Nope, that's the guys we paid. Hey, fellas, all right. So I think we should go because they're bringing back their quest item now.
Oh, okay.
So I have to pay them.
Yeah.
And we have to do, like,
Well, they have to pay us, technically.
Right, but, like, we need to talk about that.
Okay.
That's an offline discussion. I may have...
Oh.
But no, this is the one that I said that I would pay them to go and do the thing.
Oh.
Right, we talked about that. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm giving them
Oh,
one of
that thing.
Right, and I'm giving them one of the Cape of the Montblancs.
Oh, right.
Right,
Yeah.
and they get to keep all the magic items. That's a whole thing. And
Okay.
All right. So I think that's enough for this week.
Hey, I have one more surprise for you.
What? What is it this time?
Our musician did an outro.
Oh, for f***'s sake.
Yeah.
And you're gonna-
Well,
so-
I'll take it out on it. I'll take us out on it.
No. You you can't bury this with me.
I
man.
know. Hey, man, it
I'm,
was bad
I'm
luck.
talking about a sing-along, and you're like, oh, yeah, we have an outro now.
Well, it's a bad luck to play the outro in the start of the show.
Why? I
don't
don't
know.
like. Well, you think Timura's gonna show up and be like, "Hey, fuck, that's bad." I don't think she cares.
It's weird that Sedmore suddenly had an Irish accent, but it's cool.
I didn't make the rules.
It's fair. It's fair.
All right, so play the outro, and until then, until next week, I guess.
Until next
when
week.
When our good friends, we have a guest on next week, right?
That's right.
So and until then, send your questions and your birds to me at Oliver Redboots, to Swanee at S. Maulsmith, or to at Rod and Flagon, and Turner will get them here and bring them over to us. And he's a sweetheart of a man now. I should probably go easy with that, right? Not be calling Dernan names anymore, like sweetheart and honey bun.
I don't know. Maybe he likes it.
I don't know. I also feel like he could choke the life out of me with just like this, in a moment's notice.
Probably.
All right. We're going to leave it on that. Hey, everybody, be kind and don't choke the life out of anybody.
All right. Take care, everybody. Here's the outro.
Thank you for listening. See you next week on Rod and Flagon. If you don't die, so don't die.
All right. Don't die.